Hi, welcome back to Feel Food Factor. Today's recipe is a crispy tea time snack, green moong vada. So for that I've taken 1 cup of whole moong and quarter cup of kala chana, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, 2 tablespoons of flax seeds and less than 1 teaspoon of methi seeds. Methi seeds is optional. If you don't like the flavor, you can skip it. So I've washed and soaked all the dals and also the sesame seeds and flax seeds along with 4 red chilies. So I soaked it for about 4 to 6 hours. So after it is completely soaked and the grains have turned soft, that's when we'll discard all the water and we'll coarsely grind this dal into a paste. So this is how the consistency should be like. It should be grainy. So once the batter is ready, and now for the greens, I have taken half a bunch of coriander leaves and then a few mint leaves and then 1 full bunch of green onions or spring onions. And also I've taken a few pods of garlic. The other ingredients go here will be jeera or cumin seeds and also a pinch of hing. Hing again is optional. You can skip it if you don't like it. And then 3 to 4 tablespoons of besan. So now I've chopped all my greens very finely and I'm adding the vada batter to the greens. So I'm going to add in the required amount of salt and red chili powder as per taste. So because I've already soaked red chilies along with the dals and ground it into a paste, here I'm using a very little bit of chili powder. So after adding all the masalas, cumin and also the hing or asafoetida, I'm going to mix the batter. So in the meanwhile, I've also heated some oil for deep fat frying. And to this batter, I'm adding besan or chickpea flour. So after adding the chickpea flour to this batter, we have to mix it in a squeeze method. So mixing it in a squeeze method will release all the flavors from the green onions or the spring onions and then the coriander leaves and also the mint. It gives a very nice flavor. And now to check if the oil is hot, I'm going to drop in a small bit of the dough into the oil, and if it floats immediately, that's when we know that the oil is ready for frying. So now I'm going to take a big ball size of dough into my hands and flatten it with fingers so that it forms into a vada. So after the vada is formed, drop into the oil very carefully so that the oil doesn't splash on your hands. All you need to do is just wet your fingers with some water and flatten it on the other hand and drop it in hot oil. So after dropping this vadas in the oil, do not move them for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let them sit in the oil for 2 or 3 minutes. That's when they will become hard, and even if you mix it with a spoon, they will not split. Otherwise, if you move them immediately or turn it around with a spoon, they might split. So the flame has to be on medium high, not on complete high. So if it is on medium, then the vadas will be cooked from inside and also they'll turn crispy on the outside. So once the vadas turn to a nice golden color, we will remove them onto a paper towel for the extra oil to be absorbed by the paper towel. So I'm making another batch of vadas again. So the same rule applies where we do not move the vadas and we let them sit in the hot oil for about 2 or 3 minutes until they are set. So we have to be very careful while dropping them in the hot oil. So if you are not comfortable pressing them on your hands or your palm, you can also use any plastic cover or a banana leaf or any silicone mat that you're comfortable with. But because I'm comfortable using my hands, I just wet my hands with a little bit of water and I'm able to do it. So now look at the color of the vadas. They turned nice and golden, and as I said, the flame has to be on medium. If the flame is on high, they get burnt and they do not cook from inside. You can use the same dough to make small pakodas for kids, because generally kids prefer to eat bite-sized food. So we can make a nice crispy pakodas also with the same dough or batter. All you need to do is just put small dumplings in the hot oil, and these cook very quickly. It does not take as much time as it took for the vadas took about 7 to 8 minutes to get the desired color and crispiness, but these pakodas were ready in 5 minutes. So I'm just dropping in a few pakodas for my son Arka here. And these go very well as party starters also, because generally in parties, bite-sized foods are much preferred. So now that the pakodas are also ready, I'm going to remove them onto a paper towel for them to absorb the excess oil. While the vadas are still hot, we can sprinkle some chaat masala on top of the vadas and the pakodas, as we have added the mint and cilantro or coriander to this vadas. Adding this chaat masala gives a nice refreshing flavor to the vadas. Now the vadas are ready to be served as a yummy tea time snack or a party starter. Do try this recipe and tell me how you like it in the comments section, and also do not forget to post a pic on my Instagram page. Like, share and subscribe to Feel Food Factor.